Today I'm filming with
Kristina,
and she's my best friend, and we're going to be doing the 90s survey.
Oh yeah.
So let's get started. So we're going to film all of these questions on my channel because she doesn't have a channel, but maybe in the future you might. Maybe. Okay. So the first question is your favorite TV show from the 90s, and I kind of took this literally as in favorite TV shows. So we have a whole list here. So the first one is Clifford the Big Red Dog. Did you ever watch that?
I did. I loved Clifford.
I used to have like a big Clifford too.
I used to have like a Clifford puppet.
A puppet?
Yeah, it was so cool. It was cute. It was really cute. I liked it.
Okay, moving on. Dragon Tales was one of my favorites. Oh,
Dragon Tales.
I always sang it too.
Oh.
And they always like would tell you today on Dragon Tales, and they'd show you, and I was over at my cousin's and they changed the channel and they'd go through and they're like, I don't want to say what's on yet, they'll spoil it. Veggie Tales. Did you ever watch that?
I did a little bit, but not as much as like everyone else did. Like it was kind of a now and then thing. I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
Veggie Tales.
It was like a religious one, so my mom was all over that. Like, she loved showing that. But I just loved the songs. They always had good songs.
Veggie Tales does have really
good singers, too. And I would just sing along the whole time. The Big Comfy Couch.
I loved the Big Comfy Couch.
Oh, my gosh. Oh. I don't know what it was. Like, watching it now, like, I looked it up. It's so weird. Like, it's so awkwardly animated for kids.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite part was either when she would do the time, what time it is, and she'd do it with her legs, and she was so unbelievably flexible.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I would always try to do it with her, and I couldn't do it. And then I also liked the Dust Bunnies under the couch. They were so cute. And then Between the Lions, I was in love with that so much. I loved it. Hearts. Yes. My heart kind of stunk there. That was kind of stupid. But
that's okay.
I always sang the song, and I don't know what my favorite part was. I loved the dude up top. He was like the statue. He was like just the head, and he was always grumpy.
Oh.
I don't know, like his head would move back and forth like this, and it made me laugh. And I also liked Gwen's word when it was the two knights, and they'd run, and they'd say two parts of words, and then
like
they'd smash together.
Part. That was the best part of that show.
I'm not even halfway through this list. There's Arthur. Loved Arthur.
I was a big
Mr.
fan
Ratburn
of Arthur.
kind of scared me though.
I liked DW.
Yeah.
She was just so.
She was such a brat.
She was, but she's the little sister. I mean,
yeah.
Most little sisters are brats at one point or another.
Yeah.
I mean, admit it. It's fine.
Well, I'm not a little sister. I'm an older sister, but I was a brat too.
I'm a little sister.
The youngest.
I am.
The baby.
The baby.
The Magic School Bus. Oh. I wanted that teacher. That teacher was like the best teacher ever.
Oh yeah.
She was so cool. Rugrats.
Oh yes.
I watched one of those videos that I was telling you about where like you had to guess what the intro was, and as soon as it started I was like, Rugrats. I just knew it. It was you don't forget Rugrats. No. And Recess was really good too.
I loved Recess. I was so sad. That was like one of Disney's best shows.
Yeah. One
of the best.
I always watched PBS Kids, so that was like where because I had the Farmer 5. I never had Disney growing up, so that was kind of sad. So everybody always talks about these shows, and I'm like, I didn't get to watch those.
Yeah, I had the Farmer 5 for a while, but then I got
like right Disney. At the point where we got the Disney Channel, all the good Disney shows were ending, and then the new ones were coming in, and they weren't funny at all. So it was like no point in having it.
Yeah. Mr.
Rogers' Neighborhood. Do you remember watching that?
Wasn't that like he had like trains and stuff?
Yeah. He had a house, and he'd be like, well, hello, neighbor. And he'd always call you his neighbor, and then he'd sing the song.
He always had like a different sweater vest or something.
He always had very ugly sweaters on.
Yeah.
But he would always be like, won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? And then he'd walk in the backyard, and then he'd have all these puppets, and they were his neighbors. I was like, it was so good though.
It was a really good show.
I really, really loved that one.
Good kid
show. Speaking of kid shows, The Simpsons. That was not very appropriate, but I watched that a lot.
It's funny though, because now that we're older and we like watch it,
you know what the jokes mean.
You like understand, and you're like, oh my gosh, I watched that as a kid.
Exactly. I'd be like, I would never let like my little brother or anybody else young watched that. It's like, why did my parents do this?
I know, right?
Zaboomafoo.
I liked Zaboomafoo. Was like, what kind of animal was that?
He was a lemur.
He was, yeah, lemur.
A little leaping lemur who liked to bounce and play.
I like that you remember all the songs.
I watched videos on this. Did she scare you?
Your cat just scared me. Basically, like, all of the ones that she said were basically my favorites.
I got all the good
Wild
ones.
Thornberries.
Oh my gosh. I liked Wild Thornberries better than Rugrats.
Yeah.
They were kind of like by the same kind of person, it looked like, but I liked the Thornberries.
I liked the Thornberries.
Because she could talk to animals.
She could, and it was so awesome.
It was amazing.
Awesome.
It was Liberty Kids was really good too.
Oh, every day after school, I watched it. Like, I had to be home in order to watch that show. Favorite?
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh
no! We forgot the best one that I watched. Literally, I never got any of the jokes, but Whose Line Is It Anyway? Was that's where it was at.
It
I
still
would watch
is.
that.
She watches it all the time.
I watch it too much. It's all over YouTube, and they're bringing it back.
Oh, sweet.
They are with Ryan, Colin, and Wayne.
Favorite toy?
Polly Pocket.
Bop It. Like, all-time favorite.
Really?
Was Bop It. Yeah, it was so fun.
I sucked at it.
All the time at parties.
Good thing I had that on there, too.
Yeah. All the time at parties, I'd be like, oh, do you have a Bop It? Let's play Bop It.
I hated the clothes on the Polly Pockets because they were like rubber and you couldn't move their arms at all.
Yeah.
So I'd just take them off and pretend they had swimsuits. And then I'd make them like swim in the air. That was weird. Number 3 is your favorite commercial, and we don't remember ours.
I don't remember. Who remembers commercials?
Yeah.
We just gave you a whole list of TV shows. Like,
that's what we paid attention to. And when the commercials came on, it was like, okay, distracted.
yeah.
Go do something else. It wasn't.
Go get a snack.
It wasn't like Super Bowl commercials.
Yeah. Nsync or Backstreet Boys? Ooh, that's tough. That's really tough.
Really?
Yeah, because I like both of them.
It's kind of weird. I never actually really paid attention to music when I was younger. So, like, this kind of just eluded me. Like, I didn't really pay attention to the Backstreet Boys or Nsync. But listening now, I guess I like Nsync a little bit more. Just because they had Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
The weirdest fashion trend. The one rolled up pant leg. I did that. Did you ever do that?
I don't think I ever did.
Do you remember mood rings?
I do. I used to have so many mood rings. Every time we would, like, go somewhere and I saw a mood ring, I would always, like, look at the little display.
Yeah.
Be like, ooh, my mood ring says this. What's your mood? Like,
yeah. Like, it was never the mood I was actually in, though. It always say it's wrong, because my hands are always really cold. So it never got it right.
Shorts.
Bike shorts.
I don't remember, like,
Oh my god.
I don't know. I don't remember having
I
bike
remember,
shorts.
no, I never wore them, but I remember people having them.
Oh.
Very unflattering.
Like older people?
Just, yeah.
Like parents?
Well, when we were little, everybody was older.
Well, good point.
Yeah, I put this note here because my mom had really big glasses. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. They're like this big, and I put them on, and they're like, they're so old looking because they were just huge.
That's cute. Favorite collection?
I didn't really actually have collections when I was thinking about this. Like, everybody always said Beanie Babies.
I had a lot of Beanie Babies.
I did, but I didn't think of them as, like, I need to collect all of these. But the thing that I had a lot of was Precious Moments. Do you remember those?
Yes, I actually have a few of those.
Do you
Not
really?
like a lot, like I didn't.
Yeah,
I don't
used
think
to
I
have
really
a ton.
collected anything. I don't know.
Yeah?
I collected bouncy balls.
Bouncy balls?
Yeah. Just like, I don't know.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it. That's just one thing. And then I got older and I had like 15 bouncy balls and I gave them all to my nieces because I didn't want them.
because you're the best aunt ever.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite Beanie Baby?
I don't remember. Like, I don't think so.
Me
I
neither.
guess since I don't remember, I don't.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I think you would remember.
Yeah.
How many Tamagotchis did you go through?
I don't remember. At least 2.
They were so high maintenance.
Yeah, sorry. Your pet just died.
It's like, I have actual pets outside that I can go play with. This is like a little electronic.
Right. Favorite game system and game?
I was Nintendo 64 all the way.
I don't remember. It was probably Nintendo, because, like, my brothers always were playing it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the duck game where you could, like, shoot the ducks?
Yes.
That was my favorite game. Like,
Really?
It was so much fun.
Mario was my favorite.
I liked Mario.
Just the simple
Mario's
pure
fun.
Mario. I could never, like, finish everything. I never got Peach. I also had a PlayStation, and Spyro was still my absolute favorite game.
Spyro. Yes. Favorite Disney Channel original movie? Oh my gosh.
What's your answer?
That's really hard.
I did my favorite movies.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't want to just
I got you.
keep it at Disney. I wanted my favorite movies. So you say your favorite Disney.
Well, I guess the Lizzie McGuire movie wasn't really a 90's, was it?
I don't know.
I feel like that was, it was as I watched Lizzie McGuire, like, the show, like, as I grew up, so I feel like that should count.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, not Disney, which Leah has right here, Matilda. Matilda was one of the greatest movies.
I loved Matilda, but
Loved it.
the principal, when I was real little, I had to leave the room. Every time she came on, I was like, she's so scary. And Miss Trunchbull. Even the name scared me. It just sounds like a threatening name. So I would have to leave the room and, like, come in my room, and then I'd hear when she'd leave, and then I'd go back and watch the rest. And another favorite of mine, this one freaked me out, but I really loved it, Jumanji. Do you remember that?
I love Jumanji. Oh,
I never wanted to play the board game, though. Never wanted... if I ever had a chance.
Is there like a legit board game of Jumanji?
No, I'm just talking about
shoot.
In the actual movie, I would never willingly play that.
Yeah, you don't just play a random game that you find in an attic. No.
Do you remember Blank Check?
No.
Basically what it is he gets a blank check and he fills in $1 million and then he just spends it all.
That's funny. I don't remember that movie.
The Parent Trap.
Parent Trap was the original or the one with Lindsay Lohan?
Lindsay Lohan. I don't like Lindsay Lohan now, but when she was little, I liked her.
She was so cute.
Did you ever watch The Indian in the Cupboard?
Yeah, I think we watched it because we read the book in, like, grade school.
Oh, really?
And so we ended up watching the movie.
I'm sitting on my hair. Yeah. I wanted that Indian because, once again, I love many things, so having a mini human, that was like the ultimate yes. Anything with Robin Williams was like really good as a kid. Like the one where he was a robot. Do you remember that one?
I don't.
Oh, what is that one? But he was this robot. He was like a butler basically. He would do all the chores and everything, and then he kind of had like a human he's smiling there. He kind of had like a human heart and everything, and then he wanted to become more human.
Bicentennial Man?
Bicentennial Man.
There we go.
Yes.
I like Mrs. Doubtfire.
I never watched that.
Never?
Never.
Oh my goodness. That's like a must watch. Cause anything with Robin Williams, like, he's just hilarious.
He is. Oh, is that the one where he's dressed like a woman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never watched that one, but I remember hearing about it. Favorite music artist?
Nsync, Backstreet Boys.
Once again, I didn't pay attention, but like the older I got, I really loved AC/DC because my dad listened to it. And now I listen to like the rock and roll station around here.
Favorite Nick Jr. show?
Blue's Clues.
Same.
Yeah?
Yeah. Favorite candy? Ring Pops.
Really? I like those to an extent.
One of my favorite. I like Nerd Ropes too.
Nerd Ropes for me.
Like those were just. I still get Nerd Ropes. I love
haven't had them in forever.
They're so good.
But your favorite game, which can be a board game or like a school game, like the little.
Oh,
you used to play
Cootie Catchers.
Yeah,
Those.
I never knew they were called Cootie Catchers though.
Those things were. I used to make those all the time.
Does he like me? No. My favorite was Guess Who. I just loved... There was always like the one person you couldn't tell if it was a boy or girl though.
Yeah.
It was just it.
That was difficult. It.
It.
I was always really bad at it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, like, I would just end up, like, guessing every person. And so it's like...
Okay, what was your favorite board game?
I like Chutes and Ladders.
See, that was kind of like going up the ladder on the board game, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really play that as much. I remember playing it, but not, like, really loving it.
I think I played it, like, all the time. Or Memory. Or, like, Go Fish.
Go Fish was so much fun.
Or Old Maid. Do you remember Old Maid?
No?
Oh my goodness.
Just like
The parachute.
Parachute.
Right?
See, we never called it a parachute.
You didn't?
No.
Oh.
It was just like a big thing. I don't remember ever calling it a parachute, but that was so much fun. You
It
could
was.
like, it had like a hole in the middle of it kind of
Yeah.
thing where the air could leak out, and then you get in a big circle, you hold on to it, and you throw it up,
Mm-hmm.
and you either sit inside of it or put it on the outside and it just slowly come down.
Yeah, or put a ball, and then you're like,
Yeah.
just keep going like this.
I remember doing that.
Try
That
to
was
keep the
so-
ball on top of it.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was a good time. Do you remember those cups that you stack 3, you stack 6?
Yeah.
We have those.
Oh, I was so bad at that.
They are speed stackers.
Yeah. We
These
have like
were-
a whole like section on speed stacking.
And yeah, we had like a whole class time where it was like in the curriculum where we had to learn this. And the teacher.
And then we had to, like, they had the time
yeah,
mat thing.
the time
and we
mat.
had to like race each other. And I was like, I'm going to lose
Did
every
you watch
time.
the tape about it? You had to like watch a tape over it?
I think so.
They like try to make it look like super
Yeah, because like
extreme.
they had like a representative of like speed stacking like come in and talk to us, and they showed us this video and was like made this like whole pitch, and then we ended up
These were the
getting a whole
coolest
bunch of
things.
them.
I used to be really good at these too.
Really?
Yeah.
I was really
We should do these
really
after
bad.
this video.
Oh yeah.
I kind of feel like doing that.
Heck yeah. Favorite McDonald's Happy Meal toy?
I don't know. I had to look this up. I had to like Google Happy Meals toys, and I wrote on here dog with electronic eyes that lit up when bone was in his mouth, which was kind of like those little ones that you could plug into your like iMusic stuff, and it'd listen to music and be like, oh, and it'd like move and dance its ears. But this one was like a fake one, so you'd bring the bone up to its mouth, and it'd like respond to that.
Oh, and they had like the cats too.
Yeah, they had cats too.
Now I know what you're talking. I had a cat. I had like this purple cat.
I always had the dog.
It was
for some
really
reason.
cool.
I'm the cat person, and I had a dog.
The Inspector Gadget ones.
Oh, the
they
Inspector Gadget.
They were just the coolest things. Like my
Yeah.
favorite was the one
'Cause you
arm
could
where it
interact
had the
with them.
little. Yeah, my favorite one. It had like the little pincher. And I would always eat my French fries with it. Like it was just so fun. It was like ooh, like it was kind of like chopsticks, you know?
Oh, only cheating.
Yeah.
What was your favorite book?
I didn't read a lot when I was younger.
Really?
Yeah, I actually like I love to read now, but
Yeah, you're like a reading fanatic.
like when I was young, I don't remember reading a lot. I guess Berenstain Bears. I read those
Berenstain Bears.
books
Loved
a lot.
those.
These weren't really like 90s, like when I was super young. It was like grade school, I guess.
Mhm.
They were the Spiderwick Chronicles.
don't
I
think ever
loved
read
those books.
Huh.
They were a lot of fun.
Well, I loved to read, and I always read the Magic Tree House.
For the Magic
Oh, that
Tree
was the
House.
best. And did you ever read Side-Based Stories of Wayside School?
I don't think so.
Oh my gosh, that was the best. It was so cool. Instead of building the school long ways, he built it like a skyscraper, except the 19th story, he forgot the 19th story, so it goes straight from the 18th story to the 20th story. And there's a teacher who works on the 19th story. There is no that teacher. That's how they say it. They always say, she stepped easily from the 18th step to the 20th floor. It's just, that's just how it always was. It was just messed up.
Oh my gosh, if you give a mouse a cookie, that
Oh
would like
my gosh!
all-time favorite. Hands down.
I think I still have that book, honestly.
Love that book. Kindergarten is
Yeah.
when we first read, and like
That was such a good book.
my kindergarten teacher was like the best because when she read that to us, we did like the scavenger hunt thing, and it left like She left us clues around the school, and then at the end, we got chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, I wish I got chocolate chip cookies.
It was so fun. I think that might be why it's one of my favorite books, because I associate it with chocolate chip cookies. Who doesn't like chocolate chip cookies?
Exactly.
Favorite clothing store?
What was yours?
Limited to.
Limited to.
That's like one of the only
It's like
ones.
the only one I can think of.
Yeah.
What would you watch when you'd get home from school?
Liberty Kids and Dragon Tales.
Between the Lions and Dragon Tales. And Liberty Kids.
They were like on like right after.
They were all... Arthur, I think, was the first one.
Yeah.
It was always Arthur and then it...
I feel like I always caught the end of Arthur, because
Yeah.
I'd like go home, I'd like grab a snack, and then I'd like be ready for Liberty Kids. And I'd be like...
Alright, so that is it for these questions, and I really hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you loved my friend, Kristina. Did you have fun?
I did.
I'm
It
glad.
was a lot of fun. I might try YouTube.
You should
myself.
convince her. You should convince her to do it.
Want to see more of my face? You want to hit the like button down below?
Yes.
Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe
If
to
you
this
would like
chick.
to. If
She's
you would
awesome.
like to. Oh,
She's
thank
awesome. Like, how could you not subscribe to this face? Like, come on, you know?
you. You're just taking over my channel. Just like,
I am
do it.
taking it over.
So I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Want to see more?
Want to see more?